I'm gonna give you a quick overview of what we did with Dagger on the Cubzh project, and give feedback, I guess. So I'm gonna talk about two repos we have. We have one private repo and one public repo. The private one still uses an old version of Dagger, which uses Q. So I don't know if everybody's knows that version, but basically it's a GitHub action running the Dagger action, which runs from a Q file. That was the first version of Dagger we used. We still use it currently, only on that private repo, because we don't allocate as much time on our CI/CD as we would like, and we are still running behind on that. On the public repo, we run the Dagger Go SDK. Sorry, I forgot to give you context. Basically, we need a very typical CI/CD. We need very simple things, just compiling things, running tests, and deploying. Again, we don't have an internal team dedicated to that. So we build the most simple things that still has value for us. So on the public repo, basically it's just it's a C library. So the CI just builds it and run tests on it. That's pretty slow. So yeah, again, very textbook stuff, very simple things. Wow. Okay. So again, something like it's a very simple GitHub action, but the Dagger program is a Go program, and this one does just builds and run a Go program for running tests and formatting the C code. What can I say? So the old way, as I call it, with the Q file, it was very painful for us to use, because we were not used to Qlang, and we had difficulties grasping the concepts of it. Maybe it was too far from the kind of programming we were used to, and the Dagger team, especially Sam and Guillaume, had to help us many times with it, even if it's a quite simple pipeline. But we could see the value. The value of the concepts of Dagger, how things are run in parallel when it's possible, stuff like that. But we were kind of frightened to work on it, because each time it was taking us a lot of time to write Q code and to test it as well. Like running the pipeline was a long process every time, and to debug the values, stuff like that. It was painful for us. Switching to the Go SDK, it was wonderful in comparison, because we were used to Go already. So it was like, it felt like being home. It was just a regular Go program, but we had that Dagger library allowing us to talk to the Docker runtime in a very natural and native way, which is very comfortable. And since we started using the Go SDK, I don't think we asked for a lot of help. Maybe once or twice, but we were able to build the CI on that open source project from scratch, almost on our own, and even write our first auto deployment pipeline. I think I have it. Those are the tests. Yeah, this one. So yeah, that was the first for us, and we could do it almost on our own. So this one deploys the documentation website from the open source project repo. And if I had to compare them furthermore, I would say the big difference currently for us is that the one we run on the open source project with the Go SDK runs way faster in production. That may be due to the caching that GitHub Actions provides. I'm not sure of that. I don't want to trash the old Q version because we haven't compared on the same repo yet, but it looks way faster. But that may not be due to Dagger. I'm not sure yet. I'd love to get more information on that or more feedback from other users. We are very pleased with this. So yeah, with this version of the CI, it runs in less than a minute. So yeah, very comfortable to use. What we liked about the old, I mean the Dagger Q, was that we didn't have to learn about GitHub Actions. I mean, almost everything was handled by Dagger, like the secrets, stuff like that. And the GitHub Action was, I mean, we didn't have to touch the GitHub Action that much when making the pipeline evolve. So that was nice. It was quite portable because of that. But as I said, yeah, it was painful to work with, and it looks slower. I mean, the Git checkout, stuff like that, it looks to be the part that runs slower on this version, on this pipeline. And the new one, we love it. Basically, I mean, the short answer is that we love it. It just, yeah, blazing fast, and it's a pleasure for us to work with it. I would say the pain points, it's mostly due to GitHub, I guess, because it's always difficult to integrate. Integrating the pipeline with GitHub forces us to run it on GitHub. I mean, you probably all knows that. Like getting the GitHub API values all right. I don't know if I can explore here. Maybe no, everything. Like you probably know what I mean when I say that I sometimes run the same pipeline on GitHub like 10 times with logs to debug values coming from the GitHub API. So I guess that's the last pain point for us. It's not due to Dagger, but I'm mentioning it. And the ACT project that Kyle mentioned really did help because we were able to run our pipeline locally and yeah, debug those values faster without polluting the actions tab history with tons of tries, basically.